also with the fixed exchange rate regime. For example, monetary union, like Euro, Czech franc, the poor countries in Africa, they have extended the monetary union with Eurozone at the exchange rate of 656 franc per euro. And then also we have a currency peg like Hong Kong. Used to have, I don't think used to have a currency board. Yeah, Hong Kong now currency board, sorry. And then another phenomenon is dollarization in Ecuador 2000, Ecuador 2001. And the dollarization for Ecuador is to control hyperinflation. And the primary motivation of El Salvador dollarization is for structural reform. And why, fix the regime? And in my opinion, currency risk might hamper international trade, for example, intercontinental Europe. So in order for them to eliminate the exchange rate risk or currency risk, their trade significantly improved, and as a result, economic development is certainly better. And then as we go through a global financial crisis, I believe with the kind of single common currency monetary union, they are doing very fine. Okay. And then, again, a 1996 paper, they discuss experiences of transitional economies, generally speaking, hyperinflation. However, they said to control inflation, growth is necessary. And then also they found that econometrically a significant fixed exchange rate or pegged exchange rate is a significant factor in the success of transitional economy. All right, and then let's go to exchange rate arrangements specifically. And then, as I said, 26 countries in the Fisher et al. Paper. And out of 26 papers, originally 7 countries adopted the fixed exchange rate regime. And then later on, 2 countries added more. However, as you see, Russia adopted a flexible. And then, as I said, fixed exchange rate or pegged exchange rate is a key component of successful inflation stabilization techniques. IMF provides at that time stabilization techniques. More specifically on inflation, they have a better component. And then, of course, they have to go through IMF's full of stabilization program for 26 countries. And at the same time, self-engineered reform countries like China, they had a fixed regime until recently, currency peg. And Vietnam, likewise, a fixed currency peg and floating peg. And Cuba, they have a dual exchange rate. And then I believe in Cuba it's chaos. Significant divergence between official rate and the black market rate makes more harm than good. Okay, we can look at the figure 1, 2, 3 and the table 3. And in this figure, you can clearly see until 2005, middle of 2006, you have one flat line, straight line. So stability in the exchange rate, no variation whatsoever. And the variation from the top to bottom is around 20%. However, in Russia, from top to the bottom is about 50%. Significant fluctuation inviting all kinds of currency speculators. And then Russia that has the money, currency reserves, which has from in natural resources. So the currency speculators, they like this kind of volatility. Or in China, no volatility, no currency speculation. However, in Vietnam, as you take a look here, they want to compete against China. They compete because they have very low cost of labor. And I believe China is better minded because they are bigger. So Vietnam, they have no choice but to depreciate their currency. And then in table 3, in the context of earlier, I specified what they have to do. So, as I said earlier, they cannot have all 3 simultaneously. They must lose at least one. So, for example, China initially they lost financial integration, but they maintained the stability and autonomy of the monetary policy. However, as they have more currency reserve, reserve currency down, they have somewhat they somewhat allow flexibility, meaning stability is a little bit compromised. However, at the same time, again, the financial integration, originally low integration, complete capital control. Now I believe that complete capital control is a little bit softened. Okay, so let's take a look at the experiences of North Korea. Since we don't have much data, or forensic data, as Bank of Korea, or congressional research reports, so on and so forth, and we rely on forensic data. And then it's obvious that they have no coherent monetary system because they use exchange coupon, for example, rationing coupon, to control people, to manage people. And as long as you have coupon, you are guaranteed to get consumer goods. At the same time, they have money. As long as you have money, in the United States you can buy it, but in North Korea you cannot buy it because of hyperinflation and then no consumer goods. Even money, you have color-coded maybe, red and blue, so two different types. And then also they have a hard currency. Later on, we're going to see next table the exchange rate. The exchange rate is very arbitrary, no exchange rate arrangement at all. And in 2002, they repudiate their official exchange rate themselves. So they fooled themselves. And then, however, they show a lot of interest in self-engineering reform. As for example, Sinishu, Najin, Sunbong, and special trade zones in the 1990s, demonetization in 2002 and hyperinflation. In 2002, they tried to eliminate the rationing coupon, exchange coupon. They want to have a monetary system, but it was not successful. Wage they increased 20 times, but the price increased by 30 times. So it's a failure. And then also they have several projects with South Korea, including Gyeong Mountain project and the Jeong Industrial Complex, etc. And then redenomination in 2009, I believe it's in November, 101. However, all kinds of chaos, I believe, is to do with the power structure, divide and control, military versus technocrat. And then I think this is a typical traditional problem of dictatorship, no democratic debate, no coherent guidelines at all. So it's it's a chaos. Okay, again, as you see here, exchange rate in 2002, used to be 2.21, now 153, almost 99.99%. So basically, they repudiate the official exchange rate itself. And then as you take a look at the black market rate research by selling, right? So you have then the black market rate. And again, you can see the divergence between the official rate and the black market rate. And then again, experience of North Korea. And the WMD and missile issues invited very restrictive sanctions by U.S., United Nations, U.S., Japan, etc. And then now, major trading partners now is only China and South Korea. And you're going to see it very soon. And then based on the forensic balance of payments by Haggard and Nolan 2007 and 2008 paper, they reconstructed the balance of payment, and they had some suspicion about the illicit transactions by North Korea, like counterfeiting and drug trafficking, so on and so forth. But it's obvious that that cannot be major. But the major is those 5 transactions, legitimate transactions. This is pretty much with South Korea, like North-South project, the Jeong Industrial Complex, Mountain Gyeong, and then humanitarian support, and workers' remittance, foreign direct investment, some of them from South Korea, official transfer from South Korea, private and required fee transfers from South Korea. So majority of the balance of payment, the forensic payment suggests that majority of money coming from South Korea.